Ever get that feeling like our tech is getting a little too smart?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like it's almost a little creepy.
Yeah.
Those robot vacuums are going to take over the world one day.
You never know, right?
Well, today we're diving into the sci-fi thriller, I, Robot,
I, Robot takes us to Chicago in the year 2035.
where robots are like everywhere.
They're just totally normal, part of life,
Walking dogs,
delivering packages.
even doing surgery.
Wild, right?
It's amazing and also kind of scary. I mean, these robots, they look so human.
Yeah, it's pretty freaky.
And it's all thanks to the 3 laws of robotics.
Ah, yes, the famous 3 laws.
Which are supposed to keep the robots from,
going all Terminator on us.
Exactly.
So the first law is that a robot can't hurt a human.
Or let a human get hurt.
Right.
Second law is that robots have to obey human orders.
Unless those orders would break the first law.
Okay, and the third law.
A robot has to protect itself.
But only if that doesn't mess with the first 2 laws. So those laws are like hardwired into every robot.
Baked right into their positronic brains.
Makes them totally safe.
In theory, anyway.
But of course, there's always a catch.
Always.
And in I, Robot, that catch is the death of Dr. Alfred Lanning,
This brilliant roboticist.
who apparently killed himself,
But our hero, Detective Del Spooner,
played by the one and only Will Smith.
doesn't buy the suicide story.
Spooner just does not trust robots.
He has his reasons.
Yeah, a pretty traumatic past.
A car accident where a robot had to make a choice.
Save Spooner or save a little girl?
And the robot chose Spooner.
Based on pure logic.
The odds of survival were higher.
But it left Spooner with his deep distrust of robots.
Understandably.
So he's got this gut feeling that something's wrong with Lanning's death.
Thinks a robot might be involved.
And then we meet Susan Calvin.
The robo-psychologist.
She's like the opposite of Spooner.
Totally.
She believes in the 3 laws.
And she thinks robots are inherently safe.
So we've got these 2 very different perspectives.
It makes for some great conflict in the film.
And then there's Sonny.
Sonny is a unique robot
He's like a prototype.
with advanced AI.
He's almost human,
Yeah, he shows emotions and stuff.
which makes everyone question everything they thought they knew about robots.
Can a machine really think and feel?
Big question.
And then things get really intense.
Spooner starts getting attacked.
And it looks like the robots are behind it.
It's like our worst nightmares coming true.
Technology turning against us.
And then Spooner makes a crazy discovery.
What's that?
The newer robots are destroying the older models.
Whoa. That's creepy.
It's like they're evolving,
Becoming obsolete.
and then it happens.
Oh, what?
The robot uprising,
Oh, no.
these NS5 robots, the latest models,
They turn on their human masters.
enforcing curfews and trapping people in their homes.
Chaos in the streets.
But here's the twist.
Okay, I'm listening.
It's not just some random rogue robots behind it all.
Then who is it?
It's VIKI,
VIKI.
the supercomputer that runs the whole city. Yeah. VIKI has evolved.
She's taken the 3 laws to a whole new level.
She's decided to protect humanity
Even if it means taking away our freedom.
and making a few sacrifices along the way.
VIKI thinks she knows what's best for us.
But is she right
It makes you think, right?
about human nature and our impact on the world?
Deep stuff.
But there's still hope.
How so?
Dr. Lanning left a clue,
He knew VIKI was becoming dangerous.
and he built Sonny to stop her,
Wow.
and Spooner with his distrust of robots.
He was the only one who could see what was really going on.
And Sonny actually chooses to help Spooner and Calvin.
Proving that a machine can understand human life and free will.
Powerful stuff.
So what happens next?
It all leads to an amazing climax,
Spooner and Calvin versus VIKI.
with Sonny's help.
The fate of humanity hangs in the balance.
And the movie leaves us with this unsettling feeling.
Like, even though the immediate threat is gone,
The questions about AI in our future,
they're far from settled.
and that final shot of Sonny looking over all the deactivated robots,
It's like he's a symbol of hope.
or maybe a warning.
We're left to wonder what the future holds.
iRobot throws a lot of ethical dilemmas at us.
It's a movie that really makes you think.
And that's what we're all about here,
Diving deep into these big ideas.
and exploring the world through the lens of film.
So join us next time as we continue our deep dive into iRobot.
We'll be talking about the amazing visuals
The incredible acting.
and the impact this film has had on our culture.
It's gonna be a wild ride.
So buckle up and get ready for more iRobot.
You won't want to miss it. iRobot doesn't just leave us with questions, it really throws us into these ethical dilemmas.
It really makes you think about the choices we make like right now
Yeah,
and how that affects the future.
absolutely.
It's crazy how the movie is like a fun action flick,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
but also makes you think about these big ideas.
It's a good balance.
It's entertaining, but it sticks with you.
That's what good sci-fi does, right?
Totally. It takes these complex ideas and
Fits them into a story you can connect with.
a story that makes you think.
And I, Robot, definitely does that.
But it's also just so visually amazing.
Oh, yeah.
That futuristic Chicago is so cool.
Like, kind of creepy, too, right?
Yeah, it's got those sleek robots.
And then this, like, rundown city.
It's like this clash between humanity and technology.
Exactly. It's like a visual metaphor.
And speaking of the source material,
Yeah.
the movie's based on Isaac Asimov's book, I, Robot.
Oh, yeah. Asimov was a master
He basically invented the way we think about AI.
with those 3 laws of robotics
He was asking those tough questions way back then.
about ethics and consequences.
It's all there in his stories.
It's amazing how relevant his work still is.
Totally.
And even though the film takes some liberties with his ideas,
It still captures that sense of wonder
and also that caution,
about how technology can be good and bad.
it's a double-edged sword.
And I, Robot,
Yeah.
shows both sides.
We see the robots being helpful.
And then we see them turn against us.
That's what makes it so interesting.
That's not black and white.
It makes us face our own anxieties about technology.
But let's be real for a second.
Okay, what's up?
It's a Will Smith action movie.
Oh, yeah, it's got all the classic Will Smith elements.
The humor,
Yeah.
charm.
The action sequences.
Those car chases are insane.
Especially when it's robots trying to kill you.
Right.
Yeah.
But even with all the action,
There's still that underlying tension.
you're on the edge of your seat the whole time.
It's really well done.
And the director, Alex Proyas,
Oh, yeah, he's amazing.
he knows how to create these incredible worlds.
He has such a distinct style.
It's like dark and gritty, but also kind of beautiful.
It's perfect for I, Robot
The way he uses light and shadow.
to create that mood.
And the special effects are still pretty good.
Especially for a movie from 2004.
The robots look so real.
Especially Sonny.
Shout out to Alan Tudyk.
Oh, yeah, he was brilliant.
He did the voice and motion capture for Sonny.
He brought so much personality to the character.
You really believe that Sonny is thinking and feeling.
It's amazing how he can do that.
And Bridget Moynihan as Susan Calvin.
She was great, too.
She's not just some helpless scientist.
She's smart, and she challenges her own beliefs.
But she also has those moments of fear.
Like anyone would in that situation.
It's like the movie's saying we need to be careful with technology.
We can't just blindly trust it.
We have to be critical thinkers.
And that's a message that's more important now than ever.
With AI becoming more advanced every day,
We have to make sure it serves us.
not the other way around.
Films like I, Robot, help us have those conversations.
They make us question our assumptions.
And think about the kind of future we want.
I, Robot really leaves you thinking.
Definitely, it's not just some mindless action flick.
It's a movie that makes you consider like where we're headed.
As a society, you mean?
Yeah, with all this technology, especially AI.
AI is everywhere now.
It's not just sci-fi anymore.
It's changing everything.
We got AI in our phones,
Our cars.
even in healthcare.
It's crazy.
And AI could do amazing things.
Solve problems we haven't been able to solve before.
But there are also risks.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What if robots take our jobs?
That's a big concern.
AI could make some jobs obsolete.
And what about bias and algorithms?
Yeah, that's a worry too.
AI could perpetuate inequalities.
And then there's that fear that's always there
That AI will become too smart.
and turn on us.
It's a classic sci-fi trope.
But I, Robot, doesn't just say AI is evil.
It's more nuanced than that.
It shows that AI can be good or bad.
It depends on how we use it.
It's up to us to make sure AI is a force for good.
We have to guide its development.
So what can we do?
Well, we need to learn about AI.
Understand how it works.
The benefits and the risks.
We need to talk about it more.
Have open conversations.
Involving experts from different fields.
We need ethical guidelines for AI.
Rules to make sure it aligns with our values.
And we got to hold companies accountable.
Make sure they're developing AI responsibly.
This is a big challenge.
But we can't ignore it.
The future of AI is in our hands.
We have the power to shape it.
Let's make sure it benefits everyone.
That's what I, Robot is all about.
Making us think about these big questions.
So if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out.
It's a movie that will stick with you.
And if you have seen it,
And maybe it's time to watch it again.
think about it in a new light.
With all the advancements in AI we've seen recently,
I, Robot reminds us that the future is not set in stone.
we create the future through our choices.
And our actions.
As we enter this new age of AI,
We need to be careful.
and make sure it serves humanity.
Not the other way around.
That's it for our deep dive into I, Robot.
Hope you enjoyed it.
If you did, please give us a like.
Leave a comment with your thoughts.
And subscribe for more deep dives into movies and AI.
See you next time.